Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to give you my October TBR. So, the past couple months, I have done like pretty small TBRs, and I have been loving that because I love the freedom of mood reading, and I love the progress I'm making in reading stuff off of my shelves. So, this month it's a little bit bigger and it feels a little bit intimidating, but I all but one are off my shelf, so I'll still be accomplishing that goal, and I think I'll still have some space for mood reading. So, let's just get into it. So, first, the one and only buddy read I'm going to be doing is Yours and Mine by Debbie McComber. This I'm going to be buddy reading with Fiona from Reads and Eats. If you have not seen her channel, I would definitely suggest checking her out. She will be linked down below. But this is a single mom, single dad, yours and mine coming together. And I don't know, I really like Debbie, and I love single parent stories for whatever reason. And so this one sounds fun, and I'm excited to read it with Fiona. So there's that one. Then the Book Sisters, I'm not going to tell you the theme, even though I think you already know it by now. So the theme is Canadian, and so I'm going to be reading Never Let You Go by Chevy Stevens. Chevy Stevens is a Canadian author, and you guys, this cover is so buttery and lovely, and it like this is raised. Just love these books. But this one is a thriller, and it's about a woman who escapes her abusive husband with her young child, and her husband gets put in jail, but now he's out, and somebody is watching her, and she thinks it's her ex-husband. So I don't know. I have never read a Chevy Stevens, and I've heard they can be kind of intense, so I'm a little scared. If you've read this one, let me know your thoughts. Next is the two challenges that I have been doing all year. So the first is the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, and this is a book set in a different country. So I'm going to be reading Lost Roses by Martha Hall Kelly. This is the prequel to Lilac Girls, and this one follows one of the characters from that book. It's her mother, I believe, during World War I, and again, a story of women during the war and kind of their role, what was going on. However, this one is thick. Like, I feel like I'm like lifting weights. And so the next challenge that I do is the Unread Shelf Project, and that's a book you're secretly afraid of. I'm not going to pick this book for that, but I am kind of afraid of this one because historical fiction is not my favorite genre, and this one, it's only 431 pages, so it just feels big, but it feels really big. And I remember Lilac Girls, I really liked it, but there were times that it was super slow, and I have not heard the best things about this, so I'm scared of it. It's set in a different country. It'll be really good to either read it and get it off my shelf or read it and like not be worried about it anymore. So that's this one. So the one I'm actually going to be doing for a book you're secretly afraid of is Firekeeper's Daughter. So the reason I'm afraid of this one is because everyone, it seems, has loved it. And I really, truthfully have no idea what this is about. I haven't been spoiled at all, which is great. This cover is really interesting, but doesn't give a whole lot away. And I know, like, I just don't know. Reese's YA book club, I know nothing, and I'm kind of nervous that I'm going to be the one person that does not like it. And I have been told on audio is the way to go, so I do have this on audio. This one is really long. It's like, well, again, like 500 pages, but these guys are big. So, yeah, I'm secretly a little afraid of this guy, but I've heard it's great, so my expectations are high. Next is my NetGalley books, and thankfully, you guys, I only have one, and I'm so excited for it. So it's April, May, Fall by Christina Hovland, and this one cracks me up. This is about a mom named April, and she is known as like the calm mom. She teaches moms how to like chill out and use yoga to chill. And one that sounds like I would be like, if I'm like worked up and somebody tells me to go to yoga, nope. But then a video goes viral of her like losing her mind, and she is the calm mom, so that is like not okay. And it sounds so good. Like, it sounds hilarious, and like it'll really break up some of these heavier books. And then the next books that I'm going to talk about is a readathon. I haven't done a readathon in months because I found myself doing like back-to-back-to-back readathons. And again, I was getting really burnt out on having like a constant TBR. So I've taken a nice long break. And this one, you guys, I can't not do it. So this one is Sweater Weather, the Sweater Weather readathon. And it is put on by Zoe Delaney and a few other people. I will link them all down below. But they have merch and everything. And like, It looks so cozy. And like right now is the time of year where the mornings are getting really cool and then kind of warmer afternoons. But like the forecast is changing. This is October 21st through 27th. So I think it's like a Wednesday to a Tuesday. And I'm thinking by that week, it will definitely be like chilly sweater weather. And this sounds perfect. It sounds perfect. So there are 5 prompts and I'm going to be doubling up a little bit. But the first prompt is orange on the cover. So I'm going to be reading The Lies That Bind by Emily Giffin. I love old school Emily Giffin, and some of her newer stuff has not been that great. And this one I've heard okay things about, not the best. But this is about a woman who I think she's like in a bar and she's thinking about calling her ex. And this guy comes up to her and is like, hey, don't do it. They form this friendship and like in one night, this kind of connection, sparks fly, whatever. And then he is leaving. There's a lot of obstacles as to why they can't be together. But then he disappears in 9/11. So, and then we're not sure who he was. Like, was he a good guy? Was he not a good guy? I don't really know. And this is kind of coming across weirdly colored like red, but this is like a red orange, and then this is all orange. So lots of orange on this cover. And of course, her name in gold. Love it. The next prompt is a book that takes place during fall. So I'm going to be reading Blood Sisters by Jane Corey. And this one is about 3 young girls. They were walking to school and one of them was killed. And then now it's like 15 years later, one of them is unable to speak and one of them is seemingly okay. And she gets a job. She's a teacher. She's an art teacher. And she takes a job in as a teacher in a prison. And things start happening. They start getting notes. Her classroom becomes very violent. And then the one who can't speak is also like seeing eerie things. I don't know. This sounds super creepy. And this cover screams fall. Love this. And I know it takes place in the fall because I opened it up and it says part 1 and then September 2016. So it takes place in the fall, at least in the beginning. And that's that. Next is a book with a fall word in the title. So I'm going to be reading Autumn Skies by Denise Hunter. So this is the 3rd book in her Bluebell Inn series. So I guess I'm also, probably not during that week, but probably before that week, I'm going to be reading the first 2, which are Carolina Breeze and Lake Season. And these 3 books are all about Bluebell Inn. So Bluebell Inn is a family-run inn, and their parents die, I guess, and they decide to like revive it in the first one. And then by this 3rd one, this is the final book, and they are selling it. And so our main character, what is her name? Grace. Grace is the only sibling staying in town after they sell it. And so it's her, I think, romance with a ex-military guy, and I don't know, I've heard great things. I've never read a Denise Hunter and I've always wanted to. I have like all of them on my shelf. It's one of my sister's favorite authors, as well as Nicole from the Girly Girl Bookworm. So between the 2 of them, it is time I finally pick up Denise Hunter. And then let's see, next is a book. Read a book in a format that you don't typically read. So I'm going to be reading Fallen Angel by Debbie McComber. So I got 2 Debbies this month because I've been reading some Debbie lately and not loving it. And so I'm really like having an existential crisis, and I'm wanting to kind of go through the Debbies that I have left on my shelf and see, like, I think there's a point in her publishing that like before that point I'm just not a huge fan. So we'll see. This one is about this woman, Amy. She was always like destined to take over her dad's company, and then a stranger gives her some advice and they fall in love. Like, I don't know, it sounds super short and super like kind of basic. I don't know that this is going to be my favorite. I'm trying to see. This is an old one. I think it's sometime in the 90s. Let's see, 1990 exactly. So I don't have high expectations for this one, but it's a little guy. I can read it in a couple days. Be easy to get it off my shelf or move it to my collection. And then the last prompt is just a backlist title, something before 2021. So any of these books will count except for my NetGalley book. So pick one, that counts. Great. So that is my October TBR. Have you read any of these books? Are there any that I should like prioritize first? Let me know your thoughts and let me know what are you going to be reading in October. So mind blown that like October is a week away when I'm filming this, but that is a whole nother topic. So I hope you are having a great day and we'll talk to you in the next one.